This is Valley News Live at noon.
We're continuing to follow last night's police standoff and shelter-in-place incident in North Fargo. It was a tense situation for more than 3 hours in a neighborhood near NDSU. A woman believed to be the suspect's spouse called police around 8:30 last night about a domestic disturbance involving a gun and shots fired. Police surrounded the house and tried making contact with the man. Roads closed and a shelter-in-place order went out to the large area as SWAT team members moved in. Police found the suspect in Moorhead just before midnight, and they now say it's likely the man left the Fargo home before they arrived. He was detained last night, but Fargo police say no charges have been filed and they're still investigating. Stick with Valley News Live for the latest on this developing story. We have new information on a head-on car crash in the Southern Valley. The North Dakota Highway Patrol was now identifying the man who was seriously hurt as 40-year-old Ian Saukerson of Hermosa, South Dakota. DUI charges are pending against him. Now, state troopers say it happened along Highway 13 near Wentmeyer around 2 yesterday morning when Saukerson swerved into oncoming traffic. The driver of the semi has just minor injuries. Well, new for you at noon. Fergus Falls Public Schools will have to mask up in class. The district announced it will require pre-K through 6th graders to wear face masks starting on Monday. Superintendent Jeff Drake cites higher COVID cases among students and staff as a reason for the change. He says the mandate will be in effect through October 25th. Well, we're halfway through the work week and it's still pretty warm for fall. There may even be some rain in the forecast. Let's check in with Summer Snowbox on this windy Wednesday. Hey, Summer.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining us. We have bright, sunny blue skies across the region yet again. Here's a look at our Luther Family Ford Skycam in South Fargo, but it's shaking a bit as it's another breezy day across the valley. So your headlines for today: warm and breezy are the main two topics for your Wednesday afternoon, along with plenty of sunshine, not just for today, but at least a couple of more days before some fall weather is on deck. That's just a few days away, but right now, enjoy the beautiful temperatures. We're in the 70s, 71 in Fargo, Thief River, and in Langdon as well, 70 in Bemidji and Fergus Falls, 72, a little warmer up in the Northern Valley. All of us seeing sunshine and all of us seeing that southerly breeze sustained in the teens and 20s with some higher gusts possible. Here's your afternoon planner for Fargo. We're looking at temperatures warming up into the 80s for, I think it's the third day in a row, but that breeze sticking around as well. And in Grand Forks, potentially a degree or two cooler, but nonetheless another very, very mild day. We see sunshine and warm conditions stick around through Friday, but Brian, this weekend we have some changes on the way in the form of some rain, even some talk of a little bit of thunderstorm activity. So we'll have your hour-by-hour details in just a few minutes.
Well, sounds good. Thank you, Summer. Well, time is running out for Congress to act to raise the debt limit so that Americans can pay the bills for spending that has already been authorized. But partisan fighting has prevented the Senate from taking that step. Skylar Henry has more details from Capitol Hill.
Democrats are considering the so-called nuclear option to raise the debt limit.
Oh, I think that's a real possibility.
The nuclear option suspends the Senate filibuster, allowing Democrats to pass a bill with a simple majority, as opposed to needing a 60-vote threshold.
Senator McConnell is going to rewrite the rules and impose 60-vote requirements on everything that's moving. We're going to have some problems, and he knows it, and he obviously relishes it.
Democrats will try to move to a vote on the debt limit this afternoon.
Mr. Cruz? No.
Republicans say they will use the filibuster again to block the final vote.
He continues to waste time with partisan stunts that are dead on arrival. He's scheduled yet another vote this afternoon, which he knows will fail.
President Biden has asked Congress to raise the debt ceiling before the October 18th deadline, saying every day that passes without it hurts the economy. Senator Joe Manchin, who has opposed suspending the filibuster in the past, wouldn't comment on the possibility now, but did say the U.S. would not default on its loans. Manchin is also at the center of negotiations over the president's multi-trillion-dollar social spending bill. He opposed the $3.5 trillion price tag, but he may be open to the president's counteroffer of roughly $2 trillion.
I'm not ruling anything out, but the bottom line is I want to make sure that we're strategic and do the right job.
A new poll shows 57% of those surveyed say they support the social spending bill, even at the higher $3.5 trillion price tag. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
The poll found even greater support, 62%, for the $1.2 trillion infrastructure bill to fix America's roads and bridges. 34% of those surveyed say they oppose the infrastructure plan. Well, NASA says it is planning to crash a spacecraft into an asteroid in an attempt to change its trajectory. It's all part of their mission to defend the Earth against hazardous asteroids. The plan is to launch the spacecraft November 23rd aboard a SpaceX rocket to intercept an asteroid and its smaller moonlet. The impact is expected to change the speed of the moonlet in its orbit around the main asteroid by a fraction of 1%, just enough to be measured back on Earth. The DART spacecraft is expected to intercept the asteroid next September, when the asteroid is within 7 million miles of Earth. We're learning more about the origins of last weekend's oil spill in Southern California. Federal investigators say a ship's anchor may have damaged a massive underwater pipeline that led to the spill. Investigators also revealed that the owner of the pipeline, Amplify Energy, waited more than 3 hours to shut down operations, even after an alarm indicated a possible spill. The ruptured pipeline spewed 126,000 gallons of crude oil into the ocean. The governor has declared a state of emergency. Well, coming up at noon, health experts are urging younger women not to ignore signs of breast cancer. We'll hear from a woman who says she's glad she recognized the signs. But next, Summer Snowbox lets us know when we could expect some rain.